Hey y'all, happy fantastic Friday. This is Miss Tiffany and this is my live video. I am doing this video because today, 6 months ago, I quit my job. That was the scariest thing that I have ever done I don't know where to look, but that I have ever done in my entire life. And my very new book, my third book, Caterpillars Can Fly, came in the mail today. How exciting is that? That it came in the mail on the 6-month anniversary that I quit my job. If it's Friday and you know it, clap your hands. If it's Friday and you know it, clap your hands. If it's Friday and you know it and you really want to show it. If it's Friday and you know it, clap your hands. So today is Friday, March the 27th. 2020. And like I said, 6 months ago today, I quit my job. That was the scariest thing I have ever done in my entire life. Okay. The day that I quit my job, I was so nervous. I was so scared. My whole body was like numb. It's just an unexplainable feeling. I felt like it was the right thing to do at that time. And those are my kids back there. And I was so excited. Fast forward 6 months. I'm gonna tell y'all how I've been living these past 6 months and how everything has come together and where I am 6 months after I quit my job. So we are in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. The state of North Carolina has issued a stay-at-home order, and we've been in our homes, only able to go like to the grocery store. If you're an essential worker, you can go to work. Everything is pretty much closed. The post office is open. The pharmacies are open. The grocery stores are open. Walmart, Targets are open. Restaurants are open for to-go orders only. And everything else is, the hospitals, of course, and doctor's offices are open. Everything else is pretty much closed. Hair salons are closed. Check out my quarantine here. Yeah, so that's why I have this little situation on my head, because my hair looks a mess under here. But I wanted to do this video and I want it to be real. I want it to be raw. I want it to show how I look 6 months after I quit my job. Anyway, I've been trying to be really consistent on social media marketing and just posting Miss Tiffany Circle Time. So yeah, what I do is I teach children how to use their imagination. I teach them self-love. I teach them resilient skills. I teach them positive character traits. I teach them to believe in themselves. I teach them to follow their dreams. I read to them. We do music and movement. We use instruments. And so what I do is I go to child care centers in Raleigh, North Carolina. I also have a child care center in Garner, North Carolina, and I also travel to different cities in North Carolina doing field trips and things like that. I also train staff members in the early childhood field on Miss Tiffany Circle Time. Okay? Go back and play with Sissy. So I've been doing that, and I've been really successful for the past 6 months. When I tell you I quit my job and God just moved for me, I mean, I thought it was going to take me anywhere from 6 months to a year just to consistently market myself and to get business. But I was able to book child care centers on a weekly basis and make half of the money a month that I was making at my job just within the first month. Okay. Month 2, of me quitting my job, I was able to book enough child care centers and for my training and for Miss Tiffany Circle Time to make the salary that I made at my job. And so when I quit my job, I was making $45,000 a year. That came out to be about $3,000 a month after taxes that I was bringing home. So in the first 6 months of my job, I've been able to consistently make anywhere from $2,500 to $4,000 a month, enough to pay my bills and to save money. Okay, so I've been doing that consistently for 6 months. I've been writing in my journal every morning. I've been manifesting things that I want for my life and my children's life, and for my entire family. I've been writing those things down. I've been consistently listening to music in the mornings and just taking care of my mental health and taking care of me doing my self-care. Being an entrepreneur is not easy because I can make 1 week I could make anywhere from $800 to $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, whatever. Next week I could make zero. That's how real this entrepreneurship is. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be a hustler, and you have to be willing to market and be willing to put yourself out there and be vulnerable. You have to market every single day. You have to work every single day. And that's what I've been doing. I have worked the hardest that I've ever worked in my entire life, just in these past 6 months. And it's been working for me. Okay. I could see my business going up, and just growing. And I didn't see a stop or a curve. I didn't see me failing. I didn't see any of that. I didn't prepare to fail. I didn't plan to fail. I planned these 6 months to succeed. And that's what I have been doing. I went to an early childhood conference in October, and I was a vendor, and I sold my books and I sold my CDs, and I took my sister and my cousin with me. I called them the Dream Team, and we had an amazing time. It was so fun. It was unlike anything I had ever experienced in my life. And then I also went to an early childhood conference in March earlier this month with my cousin and my sister again, the Dream Team, and we had another amazing time, and I presented. That was my first time presenting at an early childhood conference. By myself, Miss Tiffany Circle Time, and everybody loved it. I had fun. It was an amazing experience. And this is what I should be doing. And I could tell this is what I was supposed to be doing. This is like my calling. Sorry, y'all, this is really bothering me. But so excuse me. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I planned for my success. Okay. Money-wise, I am a hundredaire. I don't have a lot of money. But I'm happy. I feel so happy that I get to wake up every single morning and I get to go to work when I say I want to go to work. I get to wake up and inspire children every single day, and I get to follow my dreams, and I get to live out my purpose and my passion. But I don't have the money that I need for my business to continue to grow and to continue to go the way I want it to go. And so when the coronavirus pandemic started on the news, it was just little bits and pieces of the coronavirus here and there. Now it's an all-out pandemic, and they have shut things down. So this is really affecting my business. Now, I'm not afraid. Again, the scariest I've ever felt in my life is the day that I quit my job. So I'm not afraid. I'm healthy. I'm safe. I'm happy. My children are healthy. My husband is healthy. He's safe. He's happy. Everybody is fine in my household. Now I know, and I'm so blessed that that is the case. And I know people are really been affected by this pandemic, and that's not everybody's life, and that's not everybody's story. And my prayers and my heart, my energy, my healing vibes, everything goes out to those people who are suffering from this pandemic. And it has taught me something, because at this moment, I feel like I'm failing as an entrepreneur, not something that I could control. I have learned, I have learned a lot from this, because it's not something I can control. It's not something that I planned for. It's not something that I expected. However, I'm learning from it, because as an entrepreneur, you have to be secure. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to take care of you. You have to save yourself, and you have to take care of yourself. So I've realized just over the past couple of weeks that I need to be secure in my business. I need to be allocating my funds to investments, so that if something like this ever happens again, I can handle it and I can bounce back as an entrepreneur. My business could fail in the next 3 to 6 months, because people are not booking me as they were before because of this pandemic. Although childcare centers are still open, they are hesitant to allow people to come in and do things like I do. People aren't doing trainings with their staff right now because they're trying to keep their business afloat. So everything is affecting everything. And it's a humbling experience. And it also just makes me look at life a lot different, because you can plan for things and something can happen that you cannot control. And how are you going to keep going? How are you going to continue to allow your business to grow and to flourish? What are you going to do in those times? Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Who are you going to become because of this pandemic or whatever happens in the world? Who are you going to be? So I am choosing life, and I am speaking life. I'm speaking abundance, and I'm speaking that this will not last forever. And I'm also speaking that new entrepreneurs are going to be birthed in this season. I'm speaking that this pandemic will teach us a lot. We will gain a lot from this wisdom and knowledge. I'm speaking that families who are affected by this will be able to get through this and come out stronger and more resilient. Now, so I know that this is not going to last forever. So what I have been doing is just trying to come up with ways on how I can continue to stay afloat. I have a CD coming out next week called Resilience. And I was supposed to have a CD party, the album release party, and a book party for my new book and my CD. But because gatherings are not allowed to happen right now, I'm going to have to try to do something online to get the word out. I'm going to have to become a marketing genius right now because I really want to go number one on Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, all the streaming services, YouTube. I want my CDs to be number one, not just because I want it to be number one, but I firmly believe that I have a CD that every child needs to hear. Every person needs to hear because it teaches you how to be resilient. Are y'all okay? Okay. It teaches you how to be resilient. It teaches you how to work through your emotions. It uplifts, it motivates, it inspires children who have or may be experiencing early childhood trauma. So I experienced childhood trauma as a child, and this is just my gift back to those children who are experiencing or have experienced childhood trauma. And this is just a way that they can get through it. They can cope with their trauma, and they can come out stronger and be more resilient. So the last 6 months have been amazing. Ooh, there's a wasp right outside my window. I am sitting in my kitchen at my computer. This is our home. This is my broken table, glass. I did this one. I think it was in 2018. I cooked some turkey wings for Thanksgiving, and then I set the aluminum hot pan on the glass. So it wasn't the smartest thing that I've ever done, but that's been broken ever since. I do plan on replacing our table at some point, but I just don't think that's a priority right now. I've been investing in my business, as you can see. Caterpillars Can't Fly. I'm so proud of this book. This is my third children's book. I'm so proud of it. It is available on Amazon if you want to order it. Just type in Caterpillars Can't Fly by Arthur Tiffany Tate and it will come up. And I want to let y'all hear some music from my CD. Let me go get my phone real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. See, I'll sit this here. And then I also brought my CD because I have these two, and these are $5. I have them. If anybody wants to order one, you can message me on Instagram at Arthur Tiffany Tate, on Facebook. And I'll always have these, and they will always be $5. But let's see. I'm going to share a song from my new CD that I haven't let anybody really listen to. But I want to share it just on here, just to document. And I think what I'm going to do is every 6 months, I'm going to check in, because I don't plan on ever clocking into another job. I'm not above that if I need money. But I don't plan on ever clocking into a 9-to-5 ever again, unless I absolutely have to. Now, in the past 6 months, I said that like, oh my God, I need a part-time job, when things were getting really, really tight. And I just didn't feel like I would have my money that I needed to pay my bills or do things that I wanted to do. I would say, hey, I'm about to get a part-time job, or I'm about to drive for Uber. I lie to y'all not. Every time I said that, my email I would get an email from a program that needed my help and needed my assistance. So I know this is my calling. I know this is what I'm supposed to do. And there's no way I can expect to be a six-figure earner entrepreneur in 6 months. I mean, it is possible. And I truly believe that I can do that. But I'm just working on being realistic. I'm working on being a mom, as well as an entrepreneur and a wife. So what I'm saying is my priorities are mom first. I have to take care of my children. So if I have to do anything that takes me away from my children and I don't have the time that I need to take them to school or pick them up from school, then I cannot do it. If it means I'm missing out on money, my children come first. So if I have to go back and work a 9 to 5 to make sure that I make ends meet, I'm not above that. I'm not above that. I'm not looking for overnight success. I'm not. I know that Miss Tiffany Circle Time is a brand that I built that I can really be proud of. And I know that my business is needed. I know I'm offering a service that not everybody is offering. So I know when my time come and my season come, Miss Tiffany Circle Time will be worldwide. And so I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm not expecting overnight success. It would be nice, but I'm preparing for the success that I want, and I'm preparing for long-term success. All right, so let me let y'all hear. My nose keep itching. I make this world a better place. I make this world a better place. I'm gonna let y'all hear that. My Circle Time friends have heard this. Because I am a leader, you know I am a reader. Just call me an overachiever. I respect myself and others. I love myself and others. Because I am a reader, you know I am a reader. Just call me an overachiever. I make this world a better place. 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 I can't dance. This world a better place. I make this world a better place. I make this world a better place. I make this because I am a leader. I'm the change I want to see. It starts inside of me. And I use my own brain. I do the right thing. Because I am a leader. I'm the change I want to see. And it starts inside of me. I make this world a better place. 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 I make this. I make this. All right, so that was I make this world a better place. All right, so let's turn this off. On top of my CD that's about to come out, my book that's out on Amazon, I am working on a Black Girl Magic EP, and so I was supposed to have that out by Mother's Day of this year, but the studio is not open right now due to the coronavirus. So it may not be unless the studio opens back up. I still have 2 more songs, I believe, that I need to record for that album to be done. What else did I want to say? Oh, so if anybody out there is thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or quitting their job, what I would say to do is create an exit strategy. Save up some money, enough money so that you could live at least 6 months to a year without making any money. So what that means is if your monthly expenses or bills or however you live your life, your hair, your nails, however you live your life, if your monthly expenses, let's just say they're $2,500 a month. Then let's do some math. Let's just say, I think to be on the safe side, you should have that much money for a year, because 6 months, you don't know what's going to happen within 6 months. Look at me. Coronavirus, cancel. Canceled your business, cancel what you got to do. Now, let me make this clear. I am still doing Miss Tiffany Circle Time at 2 of my centers. And if people want me to come and do field trips, I'm open and I'm available. I certainly don't want to risk the health of other people. So respecting and adhering to those guidelines that the state have placed for people's health and safety, then I'm fine with that. But if people still want to book me and nobody is sick, they don't have temperatures or things like that, I'm still open to go and do my business. I still do Miss Tiffany Circle Time at my child care center, because again, child care centers are still open. So I do need some money coming in to help me. But okay, so let's just say your bills are $2,500 a month, and we want to save $2,500 a month times 12. You need $30,000 for a whole year. If you don't, that's with going a whole year without making no money. Now, let me tell you something. If you are an entrepreneur and you go a whole year without making no money, I'm not sure what you're doing. Okay. You should literally be out here trying to make something a goal every day. Hey, I want to make $25 every day. Boom. Don't come home until you make that $25. That would just be my suggestion, because I set goals for myself monthly. Like, hey, I want to book 2 centers this month, and I want those centers to pay me this much money, and then I'll work on my next month. So what has really been helpful for me is planning month by month. So we're in March. I planned for March and February. So the jobs that I did in February take care of my March bills. Anything left over as an entrepreneur, I'm going to be smart, invest it, or go ahead and pay some bills for April. Okay. And that'll keep you afloat, and that'll keep you from somewhat being stressed out. If you can't save $30,000, half of that is $15,000. And I worked at my job for 4.5 years before I quit. I wanted to get to 5 years, but I was getting in trouble at work doing Miss Tiffany Circle Time, and the job that I was doing assessments at child care centers, and so it was conflicting with my job. So if I was able to work at my job and follow my dreams, that's what I wanted to do. Okay, but what I can say is, if you're giving 100% to a job, there's no way you can give 100% to your business. So what I would say is, if you're in a job where you can work that job and follow your dreams, then I would be putting way more energy into what I really want to do and not that job. So I would do the job that I needed to. I would go to work and do what I needed to do to keep my job and make sure I'm doing a good job and make my money. And then I would just make sure, if I'm not making enough money to make ends meet or whatever, then I need a second job. But my dream is my priority. I know I don't want to be at this job forever. So I would say, if you could save $300 a month for 5 years, then you're doing yourself a service. If you could do $500 a month for 5 years, then you're doing yourself a service. Excuse me. If you don't need that much money, or you feel like, in 6 months, you feel like your job is gonna make your dream is gonna make you $100,000, and you only need $2,000 with your job. Whatever works for you, make that happen. But I would say put a number on it and save it. And I would say save it in an online savings account, something that you cannot touch, so that you're not spending that money. That you'll quit your job fund, whatever you want to call it. But I definitely would say do it. I don't have any regrets. Even with this coronavirus, I don't regret quitting my job at all. There was a slight feeling in me where I was like, dang, if I would have waited to May, like I said I would have, I could kind of still be protected a little bit with my job and getting some money, but I wouldn't be happy. I would be mentally stressed, getting in trouble, rolled up, all of that. So I choose my peace and happiness over $1 any day. And so I'm optimistic. So I just feel like everything will always work together for my good. And I feel like everything is always working together for my good. So, if I could go back and on September 27, 2019, and I knew this was going to happen, in March, I would still quit my job, because within those 6 months, I've been the happiest I've ever been. It hasn't been easy. I'm not going to say I haven't stressed out or felt any pressure, because it has not been easy. And it's not easy being an entrepreneur. It's a challenge every day. This is a bump in the road. This is an obstacle. This is something that I have to navigate through as an entrepreneur. And I feel like every single day I have to navigate through something else, because people are going to tell you no. People are going to look at you like you're crazy. People are not going to share your stuff. People are going to continue to tell you, you might have to call them or email them 5 and 6 times. And for me, that's a very vulnerable spot to be in. I don't like being told no. I don't like to ask people for things. And I feel like a part of it is like, if somebody tell me no and I'm asking them again, a part of me feel like it's like almost I'm begging them for them to serve me. But it's like, to accept my service, but it's like, this is what God has called me to do. So whatever I have to get through and navigate through to get to where I want to be in life, then I am going to do that. I'm not going to allow people to continue to tell me no. I'm going to keep going. And a lot of the times it's because people are telling you no, it's because you're doing something that they've never had the courage to do, and they don't know how to accept that. I've never been a person who not support everybody. I've always thought that my light doesn't dim your light. So if I have a service that I'm offering and you have a service that you're offering, I can share your product. I can share your service, and that's not going to take away from what I'm doing, because I know what God has for me is for me, and our callings are different. But I can support you. Even if we're selling the same product, I can still support you, and we can support each other, and we can actually get to where we want to go quicker if we work together. My nose is really itching. But how long I've been up here? I did not think I was gonna be up here this long. But so yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are not going to be happy for you. A lot of people are going to be envious. You cannot focus on those people. You have to keep your eye on where God has told you to be, and you got to keep your eyes on your dream, and you got to keep going. No matter what people say, you got $0 in the bank, go make you some money and do what you got to do. Who cares what people think? Who cares what people say? If you know you have a pure heart, you have a vision, and you're doing good in this world, you have to keep going. Other people's opinion don't have anything to do with you. It's not any of your business. You can't change their opinion. It's not your job to try to. What you have to do is continue to keep going and shining your light, because somebody needs it. Also, marketing. I feel like marketing is the number one thing. Sorry, I don't know if this is because I'm nervous or what on here, but I feel like marketing is the number one thing, and marketing will get you to where you need to be. Find something that works for you and continue to work at it. Being consistent. Probability is real. If you do something every single day, chances are you will succeed. So even if it feels like nobody sees you, nobody's hearing you, somebody is. Something is working together in the atmosphere, in the universe, for you to get to where you need to be. So, my goals and dreams and hopes for the next 6 months for my business is just that Miss Tiffany Circle Time is still thriving. Miss Tiffany Circle Time is still saving lives. Miss Tiffany Circle Time is still enhancing lives. It's changing children's lives. My goals for my business is for Miss Tiffany Circle Time to be able to touch more children, to touch more teachers. And I just hope and pray that this coronavirus pandemic is over in the next 6 months, and that I can go to the early childhood conferences that I put on my vision board and my goals and my dreams for this year. That my CD is a number one seller, that my book is a number one seller, and it's a bestseller, and people are loving it, and they're enjoying my music and my CDs. That's just my hopes and goals and my dreams for 6 months from now. So on September 27, 2020, I will check in again and let you guys know how the next 6 months of my life has been going. But for now, I'm going to end this video because I've been talking for 30 minutes. But I just want to say, if you are a visionary, if you are a creator, if you are a dream chaser, if you are a hustler or entrepreneur, whatever your business is, your goals, your hopes, your dreams, I just want to say, keep going. Keep doing your thing. I hope that you make it to where you want to be in life. I hope that you continue to shine your light bright for this world. I hope that you don't let something like the coronavirus or anything stop your dreams or your goals. I hope that you continue to be a light in this world. I'm speaking abundance over your business. I'm speaking wealth, health, joy, love, prosperity. I'm speaking peace. I'm speaking happiness, joyfulness. I'm speaking endless opportunities. All of that, just all of that. I'm speaking all of that over your business and over your life for you and your family because you deserve it. And until next time, y'all keep following those dreams. Yes, I want to end my stream.